Hello everyone, this is Professor J. Kim. Today I'm going to show you three different animation skills using three different logo designs, just like this. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe, hit the like button, and set the alarm for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, so first, please download these the logo designs from the link I provided in my description. So these are all three circular style, the logo designs. One is a barbecue restaurant, one is Orbit, I don't know what the company is, and then this is a bicycle shops. Okay, so first, let's do the first one, the barbecue restaurant. So please open the Adobe Animate. The size is gonna be 600 pixel by 600 pixels, and then a frame rate 30 frame FPR, and then a platform type. Let me use the HTML5 canvas and create it. Okay, so first, go to Illustrator and then select this first logo, select all and copy, edit and copy, and I'm gonna paste it into my Adobe Animate. So file and paste it. No, edit, paste in center. Sorry. And please check the second radio button, paste it using AI file importer preferences, and OK. All right. So as you can see, I grouped everything. Several different groups here. So select everything for now, and then go to Modify menu, and Timeline, Distribute to Layers. Okay, see? And first, I need to know which layer has which element. So let me hide my bottom one. Oh, so that's the center one. So I'm going to rename this layer as a center. Okay, my second layer from the bottom, that's my text layer. So I'm going to rename it as a text. Let me double click the layer and the text. My third layer from the bottom, that's the numbers, then the text. So let me rename it ASTD underscore, I missed the D, underscore 2025. And the next layer is a big circle. So I'm going to rename it as a BIG, big circle. And the next one, that's the middle circle with the band. I'm going to rename it as a small circle. Okay. And that one is the stars. Let me rename it as stars. As you can see, the very first one is empty now, so just to delete it. So you may want to change the order, but I'm going to use this order. No, I'm going to have my center on the bottom, big and small circle, maybe a small circle next, and the big circle, and the text, okay, ESTD 2025 and the stars. So I think that looks good. Okay, I'm going to use this. All right. So first, let me animate from the center one. So I'm going to send about maybe a 1 second animation. So let me highlight 1 second mark, which is the frame number 30, and make sure you choose the keyframe, insert the keyframe. Now you see the whole segment. Hold down the control key, hover your mouse cursor somewhere in the middle, click, and choose the classic twin. Okay, so at the very beginning, select the first keyframe. So first, I want to make it, I want to start from the kind of smaller size. So let me choose my free transform tool, hold down the shift key, and make it not too much, just a little bit smaller, about maybe about this size. And the color effect, I'm going to change the alpha value down to 0. So what's going to happen is, it's going to be fading in like this. Okay, let me give some little bit difference of speed. So let me select the first keyframe, which where I inserted the keyframe, the classic twin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my classic ease option to maybe a maximum value, 100. So see the difference. See? It's getting a little bit slow. It's a very subtle change, but it is different. Okay, so it's good. Now small circle. I'm going to move this just to select that keyframe. Hold down your mouse button and drag it to 1 second mark here. And then I'm going to use about maybe 20 frames. 20 frames. Insert the keyframe. You know what? It's not 20. That's 20. So highlight the frame number 50. Insert the keyframe. Okay. Then hold down the control key, click somewhere in the middle of this segment, and create classic twin. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, the first and the middle one was kind of getting bigger. Now I want to have a little bit opposite kind of animation. So at the very the first keyframe of this second layer, let me choose my free transform tool. Hold down the shift key. I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the alpha value down to 0. So just like this. So the first one is getting bigger, fading in. Second one fading in and getting smaller. It's a kind of opposite. Okay, looks good. Okay. And then also, let me change my classic ease options. Highlight the first keyframe of my second layer. I'm going to apply maybe a -100 this time. Opposite. Okay. Now, my big circle. Keep pressing and drag it up to maybe 50 frames. And then I'm going to highlight the frame number 70 and insert a keyframe. Hold down the control key, click somewhere in the middle, create classic twin. And this time on the first keyframe, my third layer, I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Hold down the shift key and make it bigger. Okay. And also, let me rotate it. Maybe a 90-degree angle, just like that. I was holding down the shift key and rotate it. And then also let me change the alpha value down to 0. And watch. Just like this. Okay. Also, I want to change the speed of this. Classic ease options, -100. Okay, looks good. Now my text. Select the text keyframe. I'm going to move it to frame number 70 there. I want to assign maybe another 20 frames. So on 3-second mark there, insert the keyframe. Hold down the control key, click somewhere here, and click. Create classic twin. Okay, I'll do the same thing. First, let me rotate it this time, maybe on this way, like this. And also, I'm going to change the alpha value of this. So make sure you highlight the keyframe and click on your text on your stage and change the color effect from alpha value down to 0. And it's going to be spinning. See? It's like this. Okay. And also I'm going to change the speed as well. So I'll highlight the first keyframe, classic ease options down to -100. Okay. So far it's good. Now, this number established it in 2025. I'm going to move it to 3-second mark. I'm gonna make it happen a little bit faster. So this time I'm gonna use only just the 10 frames. So from 90 to 100, highlight the 100, insert the keyframe, hold down the control key, click somewhere in the middle, create classic tween. On my first keyframe, I'm gonna make it, hold down the shift key, make it bigger, and change the alpha value. Highlight the keyframe again, and change the classic ease option down to -100. Okay, looks good. The last one, the 4 stars. The stars, select the keyframe where you have all 4 stars. I'm going to move it to frame number 100. I'm going to make it happen real quicker. So 110. Insert the keyframe. Hold down the control key. Click somewhere in the middle. Create classic tween. On my first keyframe, like we did, highlight it. I'm going to rotate 90-degree angle. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So let me hold down the shift key and make it bigger. Okay. Also, let me change the color effect alpha value down to 0. So this is happening. Okay. Oh, let me change the speed again. The stars. First keyframe, my stars layer, and -100. Okay. So let me play it. Okay. But see, the only thing I see now is the 4 stars at the end. So what I'm gonna do is let me zoom in. Zoom out my timeline. You see that? See this kind of empty spots here? So I'm gonna highlight the frame number 110 on my second layer so I can keep everything. Hold down the shift key, highlight the frame number 110 on the bottom layer. Then insert the keyframe and see what happens. Play. See? Isn't it cool? Okay, so let me test it on my web browser under Controls menu, test movie in browser, and see what happens. So it's good, but see, it keeps looping. So I need to allow to have some time. So let me go back to my Animate. What I'm gonna do is my entire duration is almost a 4 second. So I'm gonna extend it up to maybe 10 second. So highlight frame number 300, the 10-second mark. Hold down the shift key, click on the bottom layers, 10-second mark, and insert the keyframe. And test a movie. Control, test a movie in browser. See what happens. Now it's gonna stay up to 10-second mark, and it will go back to the very beginning. See? Just like this. Okay, so first one is done. Let's do the second one, which is this orbit thing. Okay, now back to Animate. Let's create a new file. Same setting, 600, 630 frames, and HTML5 canvas. Create it. Now, back to Illustrator. Select your orbit logo, copy, edit, and copy, and back to Animate and edit, paste in center. Check the same thing, the second radio button. Okay. And I'm gonna make it slightly bigger. Let me hold down the shift key. Maybe about this size. Okay, as you can see, there are 3 groups. 1, 2, and 3. Let me select everything. Go to Modify menu. Timeline, distribute to layers. Okay, and let me check which layer has which object. My bottom layer, that's the big circle. I'm going to rename it as big circle. My second one, oh, that's a small circle. Small circle. My last one, that is this, orbit, the text. So first I need to have some kind of a plan. My plan is I want to have my text animation first, the orbit, and then my the middle one and the third one comes after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my orbit, this text layer, to the bottom. Okay. And then small circle and the big circle. All right. So select the bottom layer, the orbit. Okay, so as you can see, there are 5 letters. They are grouped for now. Go to modify and break apart. See that? There are 5 individual letters now. Now go to modify, timeline, distribute to layers. See? And let me double check. That's letter O. Let me rename it. O. That one, R. R. B. That's good. That's I. And must be T. Okay, so let me animate my text first. So let me highlight the maybe frame number 10 on my T layer. Hold down the Shift key, highlight the frame number 10 on the bottom layer, and insert the keyframe. Now we have segment, 10 frames second. Now select O layer, hold down the Shift key, click on the T layer. So everything's in blue, all selected. Hold down the Control key, hover your mouse cursor anywhere on any layer, and click. Create classic twin. Okay, looks good. Now select all the first keyframes by holding down the Shift key. I'm gonna change the speed, maybe 100. Okay. Now first letter O. What I'm gonna do is I want to enter the same value of any kind of transformation. So open this transform panel. If you do not see this, it is under window menu and transform. Okay. On my first keyframe, on letter O, open the transform. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, maybe 300 times %. That's good. And change the color effect, alpha value, down to 0. Looks good. My second letter R, I'll do the same thing. Open transform panel, 300% larger, and the alpha value down to 0. My third letter, this time B, transform 300% bigger, color effect alpha down to 0. My next letter I, transform 300% and the alpha value down to 0. My last letter T, transform panel 300% and alpha value down to 0. Okay, so they're coming in at the same time, but I want to give them a little bit different time gap. So O is the first letter, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Select the R layer. As you click on your R layer, everything's in blue. Now place your mouse cursor somewhere here and hold down your mouse button and drag it up to frame number 15. Next one, B, do the same thing, this time till 20. Next letter I, till 25. Next letter T, till 30. So this will happen. Problem is, I only see the letter T because as you can see, this dark gray area means there's nothing. So highlight the frame number 30 on I letter, layer, hold down the shift key, click on the bottom layers, and insert the keyframe. Now you can see your all letters. Orbit. Isn't it nice? Isn't it cool? Okay. Now, I want to do something with these orbits, two different orbits, but they are just kind of static images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this as a movie clip symbol, meaning it will keep animating by itself. So select this, the small circle layer, first keyframe. Now take a look at your properties panel. Okay, and select the small circle in the middle. Take a look at your properties panel. You see this. I'm going to convert this as a symbol. Click. Symbol's name, small circle. Okay. Now, take a look your library panel. You see that small circle movie clip symbol? Double click. Okay, so now we are in small circles movie clip symbols editing window, not in the main scene. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply about maybe a 3-second animation. So highlight the frame number 90, which is the 3-second mark. Insert a keyframe. Okay, then hold down the control, click somewhere in the middle, and create classic twin. Okay, now select the first keyframe. What I'm going to do is select the first keyframe, open properties panel. I'm going to rotate clockwise. So it's going to rotate just like this. Now back to main scene by clicking this button, back button. Okay, I'm going to leave it as it is. We'll see how it's going to work. Now select big circle. Click on your circle on your stage. As we did, we're going to convert to symbol. This time, big circle. As a movie clip. Make sure your type is a movie clip. Okay. All right. Now back to library. Now you see that big circle movie clip symbol, then just a double click. I'll do the same thing. 3-second mark. Insert the keyframe. Hold down the control. Click somewhere in the middle and create classic twin. Now highlight the first keyframe. Open properties panel. Then this time I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise. Just like that. Okay, now back to main scene. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this, my small circle, click on your first keyframe, keep pressing your mouse button, and move it to 1-second mark. Okay, I'll do the same thing for my big circle to 1-second mark. Okay, looks good. Then let me highlight 2-second mark on top layer, hold down the shift key, click on the bottom. Okay, the second one, and insert the keyframe. Now select small and big circle together, layers, hold down the control key, click anywhere in between, and choose the classic twin. Okay, so first, my small circle, this one. I'm going to choose my free transform tool, hold down the shift key, and drag your bottom right corner anchor point, make it, I don't know, about this big. And I'm going to change the alpha value down to 0. Okay. Now I will do the same thing for the big circle, the first keyframe, free transform tool, hold down the shift key. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Then alpha value down to 0. So they're coming in together like this. So after that, they're coming in together. Okay. But the problem is my orbit text is gone. So let me highlight all the frame number 60, 2-second mark, and insert the keyframe. All right, let me test the movie. Control, test the movie in browser. See what happens. Orbit is in nice, but it's too short. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, let me go back to my Adobe Animate. I just need to extend the time. So from 2-second mark, maybe up to 10 second. 10 second. So highlight the frame number 300, 10-second mark on all layers, and insert the keyframe. And see what happened. Control, test movie in browser. Orbit. See, the orbit keeps animating because that's the movie clip symbol. That means it has its own timeline. So it keeps animating. Isn't it cool? So orbit. All right. So number 2 is done. Now let's do number 3. Bicycle. I'm going to copy this first. Edit and copy. Now let me create a new file. This time file new. Same settings, 600 by 600 and 30 and HTML5 canvas. And just create it. And edit, paste in center. Same settings. Okay. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Hold down the shift key. Make it bigger. Just like that. Okay. So now there are a few parts. Circle, bicycle text, and the shop. So select everything like we did. I'm going to do modify, timeline, distribute to layers. So let me double check. My first one, that is my circle. So let me rename it as a circle. So I know. My second one, that's the bicycle. Bicycle. My last one must be shop. Okay, so it's a good order. My plan is I'm gonna animate my circle first, and my text animation for the bicycle, and the shop text animation. So first, circle. Let me highlight the 1-second mark, insert the keyframe, hold down the control, click somewhere in the middle, create classic twin. And at the very beginning, highlight the first keyframe, click on your circle, and I'm going to rotate it. Let me choose my free transform tool. See, as you approach your mouse cursor, you can see the rotating tool. Hold down the shift key. I'm going to rotate maybe a 90 degree like this. And also, let me change the alpha value. And also highlight the first keyframe again. Let me change the my classic ease option up to 100. And see what happens. Okay, so my plan is, after this circle animation, I want to do my text animation for my bicycle. So select your bicycle text. Let me change my tool to a selection tool. Keep pressing and move it to 1-second mark like this. And then from here, choose the eraser tool. Eraser. And then, before we do that, select the bicycle first. So you see that this is a one group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to modify, break apart, and break apart, and break apart. See? You see the white meshes, meaning now this is the editable graphics. Okay. Now choose your eraser tool. Please set the eraser size maybe a little bit bigger. Hold on a second. My eraser. Yep. Maybe 20. Yeah, 20 is okay. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna make a copy of this frame, erase a little bit, little by little from the end, kind of backward. So watch this. My first keyframe of this bicycle, this is a complete text. Now insert keyframe so I can have a copy. See? Now choose your eraser tool and erase it. Not too little or not too much. Okay. Now insert a keyframe. Erase a little more. I'm erasing it backward. Insert a keyframe. Erase even more. Keyframe. Okay. So I'm going to fast forward this. Okay, so I erased everything. So what happened is, let me double click my hand tool. Bicycle, see, it is kind of backward, kind of a handwriting thing. So I need to reverse the sequence. So with your selection tool, select the first keyframe of your bicycle text, hold down the shift key, click on the other last keyframe. Then everything's in blue now. Hold on the control, click somewhere in the middle. Any frame is okay. And choose that the reverse frames. So watch. See? So if you erase it little by little, very little by little, so the entire the duration is gonna a little bit longer. Okay. So I erased it. It's a kind of little quick signature things, but it works fine. Now, last thing is my shop, this text. I'm gonna move it to the last frame here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this happen real quick. Maybe I'm from maybe up to maybe 65, so 5 frames or 10 frames. Then insert the keyframe, hold down the control key, click, and classic twin. Then I'm gonna change the classic ease option down to -100. -100. I'm gonna move it to the right a little bit, not too much, and color effect alpha down to 0. Okay. Okay. See? Same thing. Only thing I have now is a shop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend it up to maybe a 10-second mark. So 10-second here. Highlight the frame number 300. Hold down the shift key and the bottom layer as well. Insert the keyframe. And now see what happens. Under Controls menu, Test Movie in Browser. It will stay as it is up to 10 seconds. If you need to make it stay a little longer, you can just extend it anytime. Okay. So we did 3 logo animation. The first one is this. First one was this. Okay, let me see. Nice. It's going to stay up to 10 seconds and it will replay. Just like this. So that was the first one. And the second one was this. Orbit. And as a movie clip symbol, it keeps animating by itself. Okay, and the last one was signature style. Bicycle shop. And it will stay up to 10 seconds as well. Okay. So as a kind of a last one, I'm going to show you how to export this, one of this, as the MP4 video file. So once you have it, make sure you save your file. And then let me save my file first. Save as. I'm going to save as barbecue or BBQ. And my folder. Okay. Then make sure you open Media Encoder. So Media Encoder is under your applications folder, Adobe Media Encoder. Make sure you open this. It will take some time to open. Okay, so make sure your Media Encoder is open. Media Encoder looks like this. Now back to Animate. Go to File, Export, Export to Video and Media, and then 600 by 600, and then make sure your format is H.264. That's the important. Your output, yeah, that's the folder, and then make sure you check this box. Start Adobe Media Encoder to render queue immediately and export it. You see the BBQ MP4? Let me preview it. See? It's a 10-second animation. So same way, you can export your other two logo animation as an MP4 file, and you can use it for your Instagram or your Snapchat, TikTok, any social media, even YouTube. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and then I hope that this video helps your project. And then I'll see you next time.